Ano ai, aloha mai ka I kākou, mahalo ke hui ana, mahalo ko ho'olohe a nana ana mai paha, I keia haʻawina ʻōlelo Hawaiʻi, e hoʻomaka kākou. O nā pauhopu o keia haʻawina, o ia hoʻi ka hoʻomaʻamaʻa I nā helu, e kahi I ka hoʻokahi haneli. Okay, so take a quick jump into our numbers, 1 through 100. E a'o kākou, o e a'o paha kāua, I ka helu manawa, yeah, kind of being able to tell time, ma ka ʻōlelo Hawaiʻi. Pela pu ka haʻi manawa ana, yeah, being able to tell time, ma ka ʻōlelo Hawaiʻi, to speak it. E hoʻokamaʻaina pu kākou, kāua hoʻi, I nā ʻōlelo, o I nā hua ʻōlelo manawa, yeah, so obviously, we'll have some vocab in here, that's related to time as well. Okay, ana pau hopu ʻeha o ka haʻawina, e hoʻomaka kākou. Okay, nā helu, numbers. E kahi, e lua, e kolu, e hā, e lima, e ono, e hiku, e walu, e iwa. Yeah. We can see here that our e at the beginning of each word is in parentheses because the root of these words are actually, or these numbers are actually kahi, lua, kolu, hā, lima, ono, hiku, walu, iwa. Yeah. But most times, especially when counting, we will be putting, or we tend to put a e in front of our helu. Sometimes an a, yeah, a kahi, a lua, a kolu, a hā, a lima, a pela aku. Important to note here that e kahi is the term for this thing right here, yeah, this number, this symbol that is a number, that we call one, yeah, oka e kahi, keia. Ho'okahi is the amount that this symbol, this number that we call one, represents. Yeah, so e kahi, a number, ho'okahi, an amount. Yeah, so kahi, e lua, e kolu, e hā. Oh, but how much i'a you get? Oh, I get one. Yeah, not I get e kahi, I get ho'okahi. Yeah, as the amount of i'a. Okay, no leila. E kahi, e lua, e kolu, e hā, e lima, e ono, e hiku, e walu, e iwa. Leila, umi, right? Umi, we get to 10. Leila, we're going to count up. Umi kuma kahi. Umi kuma lua. Umi kuma kolu. Umi kuma hā. Umi kuma lima. Umi kuma ono. Umi kuma hiku. Umi kuma walu. Umi kuma iwa. Right? Umi being the kahua, and then kuma following our order from the top. Kuma kahi. Kuma lua. Kolu hā. Lima. Ono. Hiku. Walu. Iwa. Okay, so we follow that pattern, and then that takes us to iwa kālua, right? So we can count by tens now. Iwa kālua, kana kolu, kana hā, kana lima, kana ono, kana hiku, kana walu, kana iwa, ho'okahi haneli. Okay, for the 100, ho'okahi haneli. Now, if we were to jump from umikuma iwa, right, to iwa kālua, then it would be iwa kālua kuma kahi, iwa kālua kuma lua, iwa kālua kuma kolu, kuma hā, so on and so forth. And then we get up to kana lima, right? Kana lima kuma kahi, kana lima kuma lua, kana lima kuma kolu, kana lima kuma hā, pelaku a pelaku. We get up to the kanaivas, yeah, the kanaiva. Kanaiva kuma lima, kanaiva kuma ono, kanaiva kuma hiku, kanaiva kuma walu, kanaiva kuma iwa, ho'okahi haneli. And we could go on and on, yeah. But if we can count to 100, we're good, we mekai. So, well, for this haʻawina, yeah. No leila, e hoʻomau kākou, yeah, o ia nā helu. We can kind of see the patterns. It's simple enough, yeah. Okay, no leila, ka helu manawa, ka hola. Keia hua ʻōlelo, this word ka hola. Kikino, noun, meaning hour, o'clock, or time. Okay, kahola. No laila, kahola evalu, right? Just using evalu as a kahulu to hola, right? Which hola? The evalu hola, kahola evalu, right? Looking at it as an hour. Kahola evalu, the eighth hour. Yeah. If we look at it as o'clock, kahola evalu, 8 o'clock. If we look at it as time, it would just be important to note that kahola is time, basically as it relates to a clock. Yeah. But not like, oh, this is the eighth time that I'm seeing this or hearing this. Yeah. But time as it relates to a clock. So if we wanted to use this again, yeah, ka time evalu, then we probably more generally use something like kamanava. Yeah, kamanava evalu, the eighth time. Because this time wouldn't be related to a clock. Yeah. This time here is right here, 8 o'clock. Yeah, the eighth hour. Okay. No laila, kahola, hour, o'clock, time. So, e nana mua kākou I ka helu manawa Hawaiʻi, ma ke kahua loa, real basic. Um, a Hawaiian kind of way of tracking time. Yeah. Um, so we have kapo, right? Kapo, which is one night, yeah, a night. And then we have ke anahulu. Anahulu is umipo, yeah. And then we have kamalama, yeah, and a malama is e kolu anahulu, or kanakolu po. Alela, we have kamakahiki, which is umikumalua malama, kanakolu kumaono anahulu, e kolu haneli, kanono po. So this is kind of generally, real basic how Hawaiians kept track of time. Yeah. Um, and then we have, this thing that we use, calendar, to track time, generally speaking, Ikea Mola. And so as it relates to that, we kind of track it by kekekona. Yeah, kekona, kekekona, second. Yeah, 1 second. Alaila kaminuke, right? Kano no kekona. Kahola, kano no minuke. Kala, iwakalua kumaha hola. Kapule, ehikula. Kamahina, depends, yeah. Eha ika elima pule. Alaila kamakahiki. E kolu haneli, kanono kuma lima la. Yeah. This is, for the most part, the terminology that we would need to know to track time. Kea maula. Yeah. Oh yeah. No Leila. Let's just go ahead and say these times maka ʻŌlelo Hawaii. Right? 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, so on and so forth. So we already saw it in an example earlier with kahola evalu. But if we go in order, kahola ekahi, kahola elua, kahola ekolu, kahola eha, kahola elima, kahola eono, kahola ehiku, kahola evalu, kahola eiva, kahola umi kuma kahi, kahola umi kuma lua. Yeah, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, mea ka mea. Kahola ekahi, kahola elua, kahola ekolu, apela aku, apela aku. Okay, so this is like our kahua. We'll use this as our kahua. And so we move from the round number, makahola, to the half number. Yeah. And so half hapalua, yeah, hapalua. So we're gonna hear hapalua in our terminology here. So we have now ka hapalua hola ekahi. Right? 1 o'clock was just ka hola ekahi. Now between ka and hola, we're gonna have hapalua. Ka hapalua hola ekahi. 1:30. And then, of course, we would just apply this to the rest of the numbers. Kahapalua hola e lua, kahapalua hola e kolu, kahapalua hola e ha, kahapalua hola e lima, kahapalua hola e ono, kahapalua hola e hiku, kahapalua hola e walu, kahapalua hola e iwa, kahapalua hola umi, kahapalua hola umikūmākahi, kahapalua hola umikūmālua. Okay, half the 30s. Yeah, and then we would go to well, before we go to that, just look generally speaking. When looking at the minutes on the clock, any minute that's from ekahi to iwa kalua kumaiwa, right? It's not the 1 o'clock, it's not the 1:30, but the 101 through the 129, yeah, the 301 through the 329. Those times would generally, well, we'll take on this phrase, right? Ka followed by the amount of minutes or time, ihala kahola of the current hour. Okay, so we're using minutes and time here, right? Whatever that amount is, whether it's 1 minute, 13 minutes, 29 minutes, ihala kahola of whatever hour it currently is. If the time is between kana kolu kumakahi minuke and kana lima kumaiwa minuke at 31 and 59 minutes, then our phrase is a little different. It's ka amount of minutes or time, ikoi kani kahola of the following hour. Yeah, not the hour that it currently is, but the hour that it will be in the minutes or the amount of time placed here. Okay, so we'll go over these examples, but just this is kind of the general rule. If it falls in the first half of the hour, it's ihala kahola. If it falls in the second half of the hour, it's ikoi kani kahola. Okay, and nanakako. So we'll start with our quarter past the hour. Yeah, our 15s. So 1:15, kahapaha ihala kahola ekahi. Hapaha quarter, right? We saw for our 1:30 or 2:30, 3:30, kahapalua hola, yeah, kahapalua. Here we have kahapaha, yeah, kahapaha ihala kahola ekahi. Hapaha past kahola ekahi. So we apply this all the way down, just being mindful of our hola ma'anei, yeah, which is coming from over here. So 2:15, kahapaha ihala kahola elua. Kahapaha ihala kahola e kolu. Kahapaha ihala kahola e ha. Kahapaha ihala kahola e lima. Kahapaha ihala kahola e ono. Kahapaha ihala kahola e hiku. Kahapaha ihala kahola e walu. Kahapaha ihala kahola e iwa. Kahapaha ihala kahola umi. Kahapaha ihala kahola umi kumakahi. Kahapaha ihala kahola umi kumalua. Yeah, 1:15 through 12:15. Okay, now if it's 45, now we're in that second half, right? So it's not ihala, but it's going to be ikoi kani. So you got to do a little bit of fast math over here, a little bit of fast math here, and be able to deduct the amount of time left until the following hour, before it's the following hour. So 1:45, yeah, quarter, right? Quarter until 2 o'clock. No leila, kahapaha ikoi kani kahola elua. Right? So hapaha here again, because it's still a quarter, but instead of ihala, it's ikoi kani, and instead of taking this number from this number, right, we're taking this number from the number that comes after this number. Yeah, in hours, ekahi, elua, ekolu, eha, so on. Nolaila 1:45 quarter till 2, kahapaha ikoi kani kahola elua. and then on to 2:45 and 3:45 and so on. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻekolu. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻeha. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻelima. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻeono. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻehiku. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻewalu. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻeiwa. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻumi. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻumikūmākahi. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻumikūmālua. Kahapaha I koikani ka hola ʻekahi. Yeah. Okay. So now we're back to an amount of time or minutes past a certain hour, but it's not on the quarter. Yeah. So we have 10 minutes past, 20 minutes past, 27, kolu, umikumalua, iwakalua kumaha. Right? So this is the amount that goes in the place of hapaha, right? Or hapalua, as we saw earlier. So 110, yeah, umiminuke, pass, ka hola ekahi. Ka umiminuke I hala ka hola ekahi. Right? I hala, that's our terminology we had from earlier from the hapaha, right? But now instead of hapaha, it's umiminuke, reflecting this. Okay, so 220, iwakalua minuke, past, yeah. Ka iwakalua minuke I hala ka hola elua. 327, ka iwakalua kumahiku minuke I hala ka hola ekolu. 403, ka ekolu minuke I hala ka hola eha. 512, ka umikumalua minuke I hala ka hola elima. 624, right? 24 minuke, pass, ka hola 6. Ka iwakalua kumaha minuke I hala ka hola eono. Yeah. Ka iwakalua kumaha minuke I hala ka hola eono. Okay, then we jump back to the other side of the hour. The second half, yeah? 7:33, 8:44, 9:55, 10:40, 10:50, 12:37. Yeah. Layla, little bit of quick subtraction. Okay, 7:33, that means we got 27 minutes until it's 8 o'clock. Yeah. Instead of saying a quarter until 8, now we're saying, 27 minutes until 8. Yeah. Ka iwakalua kumahiku minuke I koikani ka hola ewalu. Right? So the first amount of time is the amount of time until the next hour. And then here, we're not putting the current hour, right? Because we're in the second half. So we're putting the hour that we are approaching. Yeah, that we are 27 minutes away from. Okay, 7:33. Ka iwakalua kumahiku minuke I koikani ka hola ewalu. Nalela 8:44. Ka umikumaono minuke I koikani ka hola eiwa. 9:55. Ka elima minuke I koikani ka hola umi. Right? 10:40, 20 till, yeah. Ka iwakalua minuke I koikani ka hola umikumakāhi. 11:50, 10 till. Ka umi minuke I koikani ka hola umikumalua. 12:37, 23 minutes till. Yeah. Ka iwakalua kumakolu minuke I koikani ka hola ekahi. Okay. Laila, kaninao. Yeah, how do you ask, bro, what time? Yeah, what time is it? Laila, o ka hola ehia keia. Yeah. O ka hola ehia keia. Yeah, what time is it? Yeah, o ka hola ehia keia. And then if it's 9 o'clock, right? O ka hola ewa keia. Yeah. What time is it? O ka hola ewa keia. It's 9 o'clock. 3:30. O ka hapalua hola e kolu keia. Yeah. O ka hola ehia keia. O ka hapaha I hala ka hola elima keia. What time? O ka hapaha I koikani ka hola e hiku keia. O ka hola ehia keia. ka iwakālua kumaha minuke I hala ka hola ʻelua keia. O ka hola ʻehia keia, o ka ʻumikūmākolu minuke I koikani ka hola ʻumi keia. Okay? Ka ninau a me ka haʻi aku. Yeah? Asking and telling time I ke kanaka. Yeah? Ka ninau, ka haʻi manawa, looking at AM, PM, ma ka ʻōlelo haole, or in the English world that we're telling this time in, yeah, it's simple as split the day in two, AM, PM. Not necessarily the case ma ka ʻōlelo Hawaiʻi. So again, just super, super basic. We can kind of go through the day like this. Kakahiaka, generally, right? I mean, again, very basic. Nothing official at all about this, but just for getting the basis of the idea. Kakahiaka, morning, we can consider that about 4 a.m.-ish to 10 a.m.-ish. Yeah. Alela, avakea, kind of move into like a noon from 10 o'clock-ish till 2 p.m.-ish. Yeah. And then, so avakea, the sun is up, and then ʻAwina la, it starts to go down. Yeah, maybe around, again, generally speaking, 2 p.m., 4 p.m.-ish. Moving into ahi, evening, again, 5 p.m., maybe even 4 p.m., 7 p.m.-ish, that window, ahi, po, 8 p.m.-ish, till 11 p.m.-ish, as night. And then aumoe, like a late night, again, generally 12 a.m., 4 a.m. window-ish, yeah. So it's not in Makaʻolelo Hawaii, it's not 4 a.m. or 4 p.m., but it's 4 in the kakahiaka or of the kakahiaka, or it's 4, in the ʻAwina la or of the ʻAwina la, or maybe even in the ahiahi or of the ahiahi. Yeah. So to clarify time of day, the way AM PM does in time, this is kind of a general, real basic way to do it. So 5 a.m. Ka hola ʻelima o ke kakahiaka. Yeah. 11:30 a.m. Ka hapalua hola ʻumikūmākahi o ke awakea. 4:15 p.m. Ka hapaha I hala ka hola ʻeha o ka ʻAwina la. 5:45 p.m. Ka hapaha I koikani ka hola ʻeono o ke ahiahi. 8:10 p.m. Ka ʻumi minuke I hala ka hola ʻewalu o ka pō. 12:47 a.m. Ka ʻumikūmākolu minuke I koikani ka hola ʻekahi o ke aumoe. Yeah, so this o ke kakahiaka, o ke awakea, o ka ʻawina la, o ke ahiahi, o ka pō, o ke aumoe, that fills in for the AM, the PM, Makaʻolelo Hawaiʻi. Yeah. If we need to clarify whether it's 6 in the morning or 6 in the evening, then o ke kakahiaka, o ke ahiahi, that's the way to do it. Just a couple more examples, looking at the idea of expressing time in a sentence. Yeah, so we just go over a couple as a little extra Haʻawina. The birthday party is at her house at 8:30. Yeah, so what we're doing is we are locating the birthday party, right? And its location is at her house at 8:30. So, pepeke henua. Yeah, aia. Aia ka pāʻina la hānau ma kona hale I ka hapalua hola ʻewalu. And the party at 9 a.m. is a la kuʻokoʻa party. Okay, so the party at 9 a.m. is a la kuʻokoʻa party. Yeah, this is our pepeke or kalamai, pepeke ai ke he, right? So he pāina la kuʻokoʻa, ka pāina I ka hola ʻewa o ke kakahiaka. Yeah, he pāina la kuʻokoʻa, ka pāina I ka hola ʻewa o ke kakahiaka. The time of Pico is 9 o'clock, right? 9 o'clock, and the time of Pico is the same thing. Yeah, o ka hola ʻewa, ka hola o ka Pico. Or o ka hola o ka Pico, ka hola ʻewa. Okay, the kumu meet at 3 o'clock of Thursday. Yeah. So this is a pepeke painu, right? A verb sentence, because the kumu, what do? They meet. Yeah. The kumu meet at 3 o'clock of Thursday. Hala waina kumu I ka hola ʻekolu o ka ʻaha. Okay. Let's me and you and I, let's meet at 1 o'clock next week. Yeah, so this is kind of like this is a command, yeah, grammatically. So yeah, e hala wai kaua I ka hola ʻekahi I keia pule aʻe. E hala wai kaua I ka hola ʻekahi I keia pule aʻe. The game did not start at 2:15. Yeah. So did not start, yeah. Pepeke painu, negative, did not, past tense, right? So we're grabbing our negative ua, yeah, with the e, mako painu e. The game did not start at 2:15. ʻAʻole I hoʻomaka ka pāʻani I ka hapaha I hala ka hola ʻelua. Yeah, the game did not start at 2:15. Referees were late, so never start till hapalua hola ʻekolu. Yeah, it was super late. ʻAʻole I hoʻomaka ka pāʻani I ka hapaha I hala ka hola ʻelua. The game did not start at 2:15. But Punahele them, they played at 6:45. Yeah, it was on time. Punahele them played at 6:45, played past tense. Yeah, Punahele them played verb. So ua pa'ani o Punahele ma I ka hapaha I koikani I ka hola ehiku. Yeah, right on time, just like the flyer said. Okay, Lalela, kekahi mau la'ana. Yeah, just a little couple more examples for you folks to see time as it's used in some of the sentence patterns that we've learned. Aoya, mahalo nui, hui hou kākou, aloha.